Yeah.
I mean, trading is pretty much overwhelming anyway.
Yeah. Big time.
And trading with Fat Cat is overwhelming, and having to perform is overwhelming, and having to learn stuff is overwhelming. Like
Mhm.
I can tell, I can feel how pressure you put on yourself first, and then with everything outside of it, it's like the whole thing very hard to process.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that statement.
Um, and what I wanted to talk about with you was actually the fact that uh, I think that like last Friday I struggle a lot this day because like I have some external pressure. Like
Mhm.
I have a deadline now. I
Yeah.
mean I had a deadline, but I do have a deadline for my success, and it's pretty much on July.
Sure.
And like I kind of forgot about it, but now that it's back in my head, and this Friday especially, it's just fucked my performance.
Sure.
Because I was sloppy, I was pressured to make money, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was pressured to make P&L. I was pressured to make some bucks.
Sure. No, that makes sense.
and and the pressure I'm feeling and the pressure you're feeling too are not the same, but they are kind of the same category, which is performance anxiety.
Yeah.
And I think I have a solutions for that, so I would love
Okay.
to
Fuck yeah,
present that
dude.
because like I mean I had the issues. I did something for myself, so it makes no sense to not share it with you because you have the same issues on
Yes. It
me.
does.
So in following of our last call, when I talk about you about the skills and everything,
Mhm.
something that helped me tremendously with performance anxiety is actually having a goal and having a metric to measure or progress, right?
Okay.
So that's what I did, and I did some mental preparations too. It's a short, like some questions you should ask yourself before trading.
Sure.
And additionally to that, Fat Cats want you to actually have like 15 minutes of book of charts.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send it to you. It's not it's that much, but it's just about some quick questions, putting yourself in a calm state, and then just answer the questions very quickly.
Mhm.
So I have it. Do you have my files in front of you?
All right. Oh fuck yeah, dude. This is awesome.
Yeah, but I don't want to be on some. I want to be two rocks for you
Okay.
because
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
because that's what I did for myself. And the next day, like I think it was Thursday, which I felt performance anxiety, and Friday it was fixed with that.
Yeah.
So I'm just focusing on skills, right? So I'm more focusing on are you doing something for your mental state, especially for hypnosis,
Mhm.
for example, to keep you in check with hypnosis. That's why we start with that. Some quick awareness questions. So how do you feel right now? Sometimes when you don't have the time to trade properly or somewhat, you might feel a little bit uh,
Impatient. Or
precipitations. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
some sort of rush, right?
Yeah.
So you can write it down at this point, just to make sure that on the external factor there is nothing gonna bother you too much.
Mhm.
And then we are diving deep into what we need to focus on in order to suppress that performance anxiety, which is skill development, right?
Yeah.
We don't care about the PNL, and the PNL doesn't really reflect how do we progress. And the thing is, you're not gonna lose these jobs unless you are not putting the work, right?
Yeah.
If you fail the account, which is I'm pretty sure you're not gonna do it, and even if you do it, that's really fine because the things that matter right now is skill development. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I ask you, how much clarity did you have last sessions?
Yeah.
And to do that, you do simply how much trade do you have and how much trade do you have clarity on it,
Mm.
and having a percentage basically. So you have some metrics to actually measure if you're making progress with clarity.
Yeah.
That's your main focus, I think, right now.
Yeah. Big time.
So like we can say I focus clarity, but how do you track it, right?
Yeah. Exactly. It's
How do you? Yeah.
it's just the amount of edge that I'm using before I place a trade, the amount of edge that I'm observing.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we can focus on something, but if we don't have a clear metric to measure our progressions, that's not really, it's gonna be very vague for our brain to process.
Mm-hmm.
So, which every day, if you have like a clear clarity percentage of the last sessions, you can try to beat that percentage every day.
Yeah.
And at this point, I want you to get rid of your performance anxiety thanks to a game mindset almost. Like
Okay.
you just like want to develop your character.
Mhm.
There is tons of skills you want to learn, and you just need to learn it one by one or small step at a time. Anyway,
Yeah.
and clarity is one of them, and I think it's the most important of them. I mean, not the most, but one of the main. So we want to track your clarity. We want to track your progression with it. So every day, your goal is not to make PNL, is to take the most trade with clarity on possible.
Mm-hmm.
You just did the trading sessions right now, right?
Yeah.
How many trades there were in?
7.
And how many clear trade did you have? I mean, you didn't review yet, but just I don't know if 5. So that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
If I divided it 7, it's 71%. So that's your baseline for tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
basically. And every day we are not trying to compete with the PNL. We're trying to compete with our skills.
Yeah.
And that's gonna get you rid of the PNL, of the pressure within the performance.
Mm-hmm.
Because Fatcat expects from you to develop your skills, so you'll reach consistency, and then we add size, right?
Yeah.
So right now, like if you do $100 a day, it does mean nothing for him, right?
Yeah.
It's not that much, but what he's interested in is actually you developing your skills and actually become consistent, and then we can size and making thing spicy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So he doesn't expect from you to make PNL right now. So especially with a combine on the future desk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. True. True.
Like I heard him speak about he wants to move the markets. You know the how big we're gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man having the big picture idea. So be ready for that.
Fuck. That's true.
So you need to see this combine as you just want a track record of people reaching consistency. It's
Mm-hmm.
not wanting for you to make PNL or whatever, right? We need to develop skills, and that's what we're gonna do, and that's what I'm gonna try to help you measure and make progress on. Oh, also I wanted to say something very important for me is like if you are so eager to win or success at this job, really treat me as a resource, right?
Okay.
I'm here for you. Like I'm 100% here for you. I'm gonna do my best to help you. I really want you to make like 7 figures. I don't know.
I appreciate that, man.
And really don't hesitate to talk to me as soon as you have a concern, or
Yeah.
do you have like I'm gonna monitoring you during the trading sessions. Especially when there is you and Miller trading at the same time. Fatcat asked me to actually he trade with one, and I'm gonna monitoring the second.
Okay.
And for example, he asked me like every time you take a loss, I'm gonna do pattern interruptions review, make you feel calm, review right after, and then
Okay.
get back to the trading sessions. Some kind of stuff, right? So I'm gonna some sort of risk manager, right?
Yep. Yep.
And see, I'm your friend first and foremost. I'm your friend, and I really do want to you exploit me as much as you can to make progress. All right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, man, because I think in the past it's always been I've always been worried about bothering people,
Yeah.
but this is your job now, and
Yeah.
it's
And this is my job, and it's also your responsibility to make you to
yeah,
do the maximum to succeed, right?
exactly. I have to. I don't have a choice. I have to reach out to you.
I mean, if you want to succeed so bad at this job, you need to. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm listening a lot with S&P Capital content right now
Hmm.
because they have experience on this domain and they share a lot of stuff on YouTube. So I'm I'm sneaking into the process a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, reaching out, uh, teamwork, shared edge.
Hmm.
This is the thing that they cultivate on their profile, and that's create very good dynamics inside of it.
Yeah.
And that's also a trait for a successful trader.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that because like don't hesitate to reach out to me because I'm gonna be 100% for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm your friend, so we just like
Yeah.
hang
It's
around or
just
whatever.
just hanging out. Yeah. Exactly. I love
Yeah,
that, dude. That's gonna come in so much handy.
yeah, that's why like I did that with Milo this afternoon and he trade and I monitor him a little bit
Hmm.
and I did a review session. I asked him some questions. We try to figure out what the issues for him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same for you. And that's why like I noticed for you the performance anxiety it's only because you're making so much pressure on yourself to actually make to print money
Yeah.
basically. And that's not your right focus. And I already have a call with you about skills and anything, but now I want to implement
Yeah.
real solutions
Yeah.
and real tracking, right?
Yeah, because it's one thing to just say it, but it's another thing to do it, and you need structure.
Yeah.
Like even guys like me and Fat Cat, we still
It's not
need
really a
structure.
structure. Like you told me that you need proof, right? You need to
Yes.
understand why this thing works like this way.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's what I'm gonna try to bring it to you. I'm not here to give you strict, rigid routines. I'm
Hmm.
just want to at least focus on the right thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Point me in the right direction.
Yeah,
And I need
I'm
that.
gonna keep you accountable for some stuff too,
Hmm.
and that's my job. So that's gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the sound
Uh,
of all that, dude.
I mean, at this point, that's gonna be becoming my job as what more than another. So
Yeah. Yeah. And
that's
I
nice.
think it's gonna pay off huge for you, man.
I want both. I want to be a successful trader and a successful coach. So
I think you will, dude. Because S&B Capital, I know that one of their traders, I can't remember his name, but he's
yeah,
in basically every video, and he's
yeah.
the head of trader development. I can't remember what his name is.
It's Jeff, I think.
I think it is Jeff. Yeah,
Uh,
I think it is
yeah,
Jeff, and that's essentially
yeah,
you right now, dude. You're the head
yeah.
of trader
I think
development,
so.
and
I think so.
I mean he trades every day. Eventually, you're gonna get so good at this that you're gonna have time to trade and focus on your own trading, which I'm sure you already do, but the point I'm trying to get across is like you're still a trader. Jeff is
Yeah,
still a trader.
yeah. Like Miller was trading a bit with Fat Cats at some point. I
Hmm.
just did my trading sessions,
Yeah, exactly.
and sticking over some few trades there and there.
Yeah, see, and
Uh,
that might even be better for you. That might be a better trading regimen for you if you're just like,
yeah,
oh, I got 15 minutes, I'll throw a couple trades on.
who knows?
Yeah, that might
Let's see how
work
it
better
goes.
for you, but we'll find out.
But my focus now is it's you and make you. I want to. I think you can skyrocket. To be honest, man, I think really
Thanks,
I
dude.
do think you can skyrocket. And the only thing that holding you back is your. I know I would say psychology, but more about mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, they are both kind of hand in hand together. Because your contentment issues come from your mindsets,
Hmm.
for example.
Yeah, because I
So
can be 100% calm, but still go on
yeah,
tilt. You know.
and it's because like you, since your focus was on PNL, at the end of sessions or at some point you want to push trade, which is bad,
Yeah.
bad spots or bad quality,
Hmm.
because you want to print something, you want to print some performance or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you actually focus on skills, you actually focus on the game's number and how you get better at the games.
Yeah.
Uh, and then so that's all those questions are meant to be. The clarity questions is to make you focus on what was your last scores,
Hmm.
and are you like what was my last score, so I know if I can beat that or not.
Yeah.
Like very like a video game, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you can focus on what skill you want to develop during these sessions, especially.
Hmm.
So having clear intentions going into the sessions, it's gonna help you overcome this performance anxiety because you just want to get better at something.
Yeah.
Whatever you win or you lose, that doesn't matter. You just want to upgrade something, right?
Hmm.
And I'm asking you how you're gonna do this because we, we want clear measure, right? We want clear ways to actually do that. And then the part is like visualize yourself, emotions, and the last two questions are basically just a refocus again, just repeating the same stuff.
Yeah.
But the most important thing you want to get out from this thing is those three questions, especially.
Hmm.
How much clarity do you have? What skill do you want to focus on? And how you gonna do this, basically.
Yeah.
And with that roadmap, I mean, I can share screen mine if you want.
Yeah.
Um, and I did this call with Malok, and he's updated some stuff on me, so that's good.
Nice.
That's really good. I like every before every trading sessions, he sent me that.
Hmm.
So what skill
That's
do you
awesome.
want to work on? I keep him accountable for that. And then there is mine. Wait, hold on. Yeah. No, that was. I see. That's my pre-mental market preparations.
Hmm.
So every day I just sent mine. So 1 hour ago, very calm, positive. I had 33% of clarity last sessions, which is terrible, but
Hmm.
this is what it is. This is my focus for these 3D sessions. This is how I'm gonna do it. Uh, I did the visualization parts, which is I felt excitement and clarity.
Hmm.
Yes, and then just a quick reminder of it, and that's gonna just suppress any anxiety, any focus with PNL, basically,
Yeah.
because you know what skill you want to develop with your character.
Yeah.
You just want to XP, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I want to grind. You know.
Yeah, and you're not grinding PNL that because PNL is it's just like a consequences of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to grind the skills. You know, you got to level up the skill tree.
And see the difference is like I get out of my trading sessions with 11 ticks.
Hmm.
It's end much, and we could be frustrated with that result. But the way I'm doing it is the thing that's making me proud and make me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Like for these stats, 92% clarity, 92% good psychology, and 85% good management.
Hmm.
And and today, like I had like a 89% consistency, which is an average of these three. But I have like my clear base level, which I'm trying to beat every day,
Yeah.
and that's what you need to focus on, basically.
Yeah.
Uh, and what do you think about it already?
I think it's huge, dude. It's hard for me to right now feel the results of it. but I know that after just a few days, I'm gonna start feeling better about it. You know.
I think I was like, uh, for me, it has instant results because like I switch my focus from performance to skills.
Yeah.
And why for you it might be different for that?
Um, I don't
Is
know.
that something else? Is that something else that that's making pressure about making money? Or
No, there is a lot of underlying stress. I think that this is essentially a second full-time job.
yeah,
Um, and scheduling like last week, I had 2 days where I couldn't trade in a row, and it pissed me off. Like I was really frustrated.
so you
Which
are eager to make progress, and when you can't, you're
Yeah,
frustrated.
and it's also like that pressure thing where it's like
You
if I'm not
you want to
making
make progress.
progress today, then I'm failing. You know,
Yeah.
it's frustrating. It's frustrating when I can't trade. I'm like, fuck, man, there's another day gone. You know,
Yeah, I get it. I mean, this objective is becoming so big that you you start to neglect your day-to-day life almost. I don't know.
yeah, and if I'm not neglecting it, it's stressing me out more. You know, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta make dinner. Oh fuck, I gotta go work out. You know, like oh fuck, I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
yeah,
it adds
peut-être.
up, you know, the stress of it all builds up, and then I come into the next session, and I'm already stressed out, and I haven't even fucking started trading yet, you know.
And it's your desire to achieve it quickly that's make that thing.
I think so. I wish I could give you a solid answer. I don't
Yeah, just
really
give me
know
a
why.
feel. Like I really want to understand how you think
It could also
this whole
be
thing.
that I'm so used to being lazy. Like my whole life, I'm 27 years old, and my whole life up until like a year ago, I was just so lazy. You know, like I never did
Oh, really?
anything.
You're 27?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn 27 this year.
Oh
I
no
mean, in 1 month.
shit. Fuck off. That's awesome. When's your birthday?
In May 2025,
Oh fucking no
25.
way. That's awesome. That's
I didn't
sick.
know. I swear you were like a little bit older than me because you are already married or something like that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. No, that's sick, dude. Fuck yeah.
I didn't know
1998,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
So it's almost like a revenge from those periods of time. I don't know.
No, it's laziness. Like my deep rooted laziness kicks in, and I'm just like, oh, I got so much shit to do, and I can't relax. You know, it's like a lot of it is I gotta keep the house clean, you know, and
Yeah.
my wife helps me with that. She does all the laundry and like organizing. I clean the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it has to be clean at the end of the night. Like I can't let that go. So cleaning the kitchen, and I make all the meals. So I make dinner almost every night. So
All right.
making dinner and cleaning the kitchen combined takes about 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's very time
Um,
consuming.
I also want to make a goal to work out every other day. I don't quite do it every day, but every other day. That takes an hour,
All right.
right?
Uh, why? Why you want to work out especially?
I like the way I feel. I just feel so much better after I do it. And some of it is in vain, like some of it is vanity. I do want to be big,
Yeah.
you know, like I want to be fucking huge, you know, the typical shit.
Yeah.
But it also, I just feel better. It's like my one part of the day where I'm like, if I do this, I feel better, 100%. I feel better about myself. It's like it's psychological too, where I'm like, if I just do this, it's something hard, something difficult, it's out of the way, it's done, and
Yeah.
I feel better about it. Um,
I feel like we are gonna get deep, a little bit deeper, but
yeah.
I feel like you have some. you have some difficulty to switch from an identity to another almost.
Yes.
I feel like you're stuck
Yes.
in prior identity, which you are not anymore this guy, but at the
Hmm.
same time you're trying to be another guy, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking accurate. And I've never really thought about that much before cuz I also moved countries. I'm from
Yeah,
Canada originally, and I was so fucking poor. Like I never had any money growing up. And
yeah,
I was lazy and I was fat and I didn't have any motivation. And now I live in a different country. I'm pretty wealthy. I'm not rich by
yeah,
any means, but I've got fucking money. Um,
yeah. That's good.
I've lost a lot of weight. I am trying to be fit, and I have
Yeah,
motivation and goals and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I think you make a good point where it is like every time I feel myself creeping back to my old self, I try to run away from it.
yeah.
Like I want to.
And that's making a very much conflicting thought, I think.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
So, all right. Uh, uh,
Really putting you
oh
to the
dear.
test today. You're really, you're really uncovering new topics here, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. I was expecting to go deep with certain traders. So, I
Hmm.
mean, we went really deep with Matt and Lucas anyway.
Sure.
So I was expecting that. We went to childhood trauma, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, all the good shit.
So I was expecting that, but I think uh, you didn't forgive yourself, I think.
Yeah, and I've always been that kind of person. I'm never like negative, and I'm never like negative self-talk, and I don't beat myself up too much, but I do very much like try to run away from the things that I've done.
Yeah.
And like
And
even and now that I think about it, I've never thought about this before. We're really digging deep here. um,
yeah, I hope that doesn't
but I
shake
think
you too much.
I think I do this in trading too, where I will see like thinking about myself and how I was trading even just a few months ago, like it I get a knot in my stomach. I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like thinking about it. Even if I was doing good things back then, like I was reviewing regularly, um, I was consuming content and focusing on price action, and
Yeah.
there were things that I was doing right, but it's still just the thought of losing money and blowing up accounts and resetting accounts. It just like it makes my stomach turn, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, Lucas and I have these huge issues before. I mean,
Hmm.
I did have these issues, and Lucas is overcoming it now, thanks to hypnosis and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, when you are so harsh with yourself and you
Hmm.
don't accept yourself before, like you said, you can't stand what you did before
Yeah.
in trading or in your life or whatever. Since you can't stand that, that's making huge issues within your day-to-day life and your trading. It can reflect to the trading.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm gonna speak for Lucas and I, so you can maybe have comparison
Hmm.
and maybe inspire you a little bit. Is that, for example, if me and Lucas made a mistake by ourselves, for example, I don't know, we just like we exited position early or without any reason, or we just like misclicked it, or we forgot to do something.
Hmm.
That's really pisses us very hard
Yeah.
because like we can't stand making mistakes
Hmm.
because we are very harsh with ourselves. And since we can't stand making mistakes, it's just like go our brain shut down and we just go on tilt mode
Yeah.
right after. And it's just the trigger because like we can't stand making mistake by ourselves
Yeah.
since we have such a high level of exigence for ourselves. And that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
You can say that having a huge exigence about yourselves could be great, but in trading it's not the case, and it's just gonna create problem. So the first thing we did, I mean, the first thing I did for myself was some hit of this to actually forgive myself and
Hmm.
forgive people, because like I tend to be very harsh with people because I treat people like I treat myself.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
And like the way you projecting to other is the way you handling things inside of you.
Yeah.
So you might have some hint here and there. But for me, it was clear that I was so exigent about people that I was so exigent about myself too.
Hmm.
And that leads to problem in my training, which is if I want to make it as a trader, I need to become a better person. Like
Yeah.
I need to become not a better person. Like I need to be good with other. I have to be good with myself too.
Yeah. The bigger person.
Yeah, that's me. And now that I fixed that issues, I feel like I never felt this good on my life, basically,
Nice. Neat.
because it was a very huge thing for me because I always try out things. I always do things with a lot of effort and resilience.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do that because I pressure myself and because I don't accept failure or I don't accept everything except perfection is not good enough,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically. And that's fuck with me. I mean, for trading is like it's a hole. Like it's
Yeah.
I just death spiral every time with that, and I didn't notice that until soon.
Sure.
So by fixing that, I could be totally fine with making mistakes. I could be totally fine with myself when I like before I always felt like if I'm not working on my trading, I'm lazy, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I didn't have motivations and I felt bad when I could relax a little bit because I was like, how about you just put in the work somewhere? You see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even playing video games like Valorant, my progression of Valorant was just a challenge for myself to actually prove that I can be a top performer
Hmm.
because of trading.
Yeah.
See,
That's funny.
even when I'm trying to relax, I'm always trying to work on something, and
Yeah.
that's bad because you just need to chill sometime, and you just need to be okay with yourself, and you just need to chill with yourself.
Hmm.
And that I think that's the thing that's happening to you,
Yeah.
uh, because like as you are you're not accepting the you before,
Yeah.
and because you are another guy now, you can't stand what you did before, and since you are not okay with what your past you are not okay with your current you
Yeah.
too. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's pretty accurate. It's like I'm I'm stuck somewhere in between the old me and the me I want to become, but I don't accept
I think
I don't
like
accept it.
the two you are the same.
Yeah.
They are just in conflict together.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of times I'm so afraid of failure because I'm so used to it. Like failure has just been a part of my life since I can remember. Um, that it that thinking about it becomes reality. You know, if I
Yeah.
think about failing, it eventually becomes reality. Um,
Do you believe in law attractions? Like
yes, I do, and I really, really, really do, but I can't overcome it. Like I can't stop thinking about failure. It just no matter how hard I try, it's always there. You know.
and it's also related to what do you consider as a failure? Uh, I think you fail. I mean, at this job, especially
Hmm.
if you are not putting the work anymore,
Yeah.
and if you gonna believe that you failed, that's maybe why you're lacking in some areas sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you do, it's the opposite that what you want, but since you are scared to fail, that's what you get. That's what you attract.
Hmm. Yeah. Pretty much.
uh, and I feel like if you define failure, that's gonna change everything.
I think that's a good idea.
So,
Um,
what's failure means for you, especially in these jobs?
I think failure for me
I know.
is just mediocrity, and I don't use that word as in like just being a mediocre trader. I mean mediocrity as in like I'm no longer putting in the work. I'm no longer writing the daily report cards. I'm no longer tagging and focusing on clarity. I think that's real failure. And sometimes, dude, that failure peeks its head up. You
Yeah.
know, like I'll forget to review my trades, and I'm like, oh, I failed. There's failure. That
And I
familiar
think,
friend, you know.
yeah, yeah. Like every time you have a proof that you quote unquote failed, your brain gets stick to that and you think that way.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
what sucks is it snowballs, you know, because I embrace it. I'm like, oh fuck, I failed again, and then I give up. And then it gets worse, and it snowballs, and it snowballs, and it just blows up in my
yeah,
face, you know.
all right. Hold on, I have to do this. Ah, my gosh. All right.
Yeah.
That's why I think my metrics would help you.
Yeah.
Uh, and at the same time, for the uh, we can call it procrastination, even if it's not that, but it's
Mm.
just to simplify it for me.
Yep.
For these issues, it's really mindset issues and belief issues.
Mhm.
The thing is, you have the ability to evolve as a person, and the proof is that you see yourself. I mean, like 5 years, 5 years from now is way different than the guys you are here now.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to evolve and change, right? And you can make mistakes or whatever mistake, you can still be proud of what you become,
Yeah.
right? And I know that's not gonna fix everything, but I want to make sure that belief can change.
Mhm.
And if you believe that if you hate yourself 5 years ago, you're gonna have problem for this job
Yeah.
because it's you need to make it's very very wishy but you have to make peace with yourself
Yeah.
at some point.
I get what you're saying, man, I've never thought of that before. I've never thought about the impact that could have.
It have huge impact on you because like I'm pretty sure if you're gonna when you're gonna make peace with with yourself, you're gonna feel so much better about yourself and so much
Mhm.
better overall. Yeah, because it did happen for me when I stopped being so harsh with myself. I felt so relieved, like a brand new Yuki. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it wasn't just like a different myself. It's just like I finally every personality that I have are all aligning
Mhm.
to the same objective, and I can be lazy sometimes, and I'll be okay with that. But I have the confidence on myself that I gonna put the work afterwards,
Yeah.
and there's some balance with that.
Yeah.
And I think you need to find balance. Dr. Stillberger speak about a trader who's successful, uh, who is successful at his job,
Mhm.
very balanced in their life.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it to you, your edge is yourself, basically.
Hmm.
So the edge of the market is you. Your how you gonna perceive the market, how you
Yeah.
gonna find edge, of course. But it's depending on how well you feel about yourself, how well you feel in your day-to-day life,
Mhm.
the way you are optimistic or pessimistic, your belief. Law attractions could be an edge too.
Yeah.
See, every edge is basically from yourself, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make it as a trader, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna do it, it's very becoming very like a happy person overall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Very
true.
balanced people, happy person, very optimistic, and at the same time, having some forgiving ourselves when we do mistake, forgiving ourselves when we are less strong than we expect.
Hmm.
Uh, like if I'm down, you're not gonna beat me out, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Shit, I've never really thought about it that way. Huh?
And it's because it's very deep at this point, and
Yeah.
that's why, and that's one of my hypotheses. Like every trading issues, I mean, every psychology issues from trading comes from a deeper level.
Yeah.
And when I fixed that for my trading, when I fixed the way I was expecting so much from myself, and I was trying to do my best to play the game the best I could,
Hmm.
it felt so much better, and I mean my skill are progressing, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. But even if I'm not progressing, I'm okay with that because I'm putting the works. I try to do my best every day, and that's all that's matter, right?
Yeah.
And even if like at some point I could say to Matt and Lucas that I feel like I can give up on trading
Hmm.
because I was so confident of my ability to just succeed at everything because since now I'm in peace with myself and I'm confident in myself.
Yeah.
That's why I I felt uh le legitimate. I don't know. Yeah, how to say that.
Try again.
No.
He
Like
said no.
I feel legit. I feel legit.
Legitimate.
Uh, yeah, I feel legitimate about coaching people, helping people.
Yeah.
Since because like my belief before was I'm not consistent, so I can't bring value to people.
Mm.
Now that I changed about my perception about myself, I can be not consistent, but I know I can bring value to people, and that's
Yeah.
exactly I'm trying to do here, right?
Yeah.
And Fatcat sees it.
Yeah. Big time.
Eh,
And I fucking see it. After today.
And
Um.
see that's a proof that uh you you have huge value, man, and you have
Mhm.
like huge edge within yourself. You just need to align every personality you have together,
Yeah.
make 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 some peace with everybody, and then just everybody walking in the same directions.
Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of conflicting personalities and conflicting personality traits. Um.
Yeah,
And a lot of it is based on the past.
yeah,
And if I just come to terms with that and I just make peace with myself.
yeah. I mean, your past is your past. You did what you did,
Yeah.
and that's if something changed in your past, you could be not married to your wife right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy, right? I think you're pretty happy with where you're at right now, right?
Yeah, I'm really, really, really happy with where I'm at right now.
So, I mean, you should be proud of what you did before because that's bring you at what you are right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But just like I'm trying to convince you, but
No, I hear you, and it's not gonna happen overnight, but it is.
yeah,
It's that attitude.
like I think like if someday you feel like you don't want to work or something like that,
Mm,
it's totally fine, and you're just gonna know that at some point you're gonna do it because it's you. I mean,
yeah,
that's your dream, that's your identity. And your identity can be lazy when you feel overwhelmed.
yeah,
And your identity could be I mean, grinding every day if you want, right?
yeah. Because there are days, especially in recent weeks, like on Thursday, I didn't have work. I could have traded,
Yeah.
but I just felt so overwhelmed and so lazy that I didn't
I
trade.
think I think it wasn't laziness. It's really because like it's too much on you and you're trying to do everything.
Yeah,
That's you it's the opposite of laziness at this point. You just need some rest, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and I got that rest on Thursday, and it felt really good. And subconsciously, I thought of that as failure. I'm like, oh, I failed on Thursday. But
And the thing is,
with this
uh,
mindset that you're telling me right now, is it's like I didn't fail on Thursday. In fact, Thursday was awesome because I didn't lose money. I didn't show up to the market feeling like shit and lose
yeah,
money.
exactly. And see how you with switching thing up,
Yeah.
and like you said, you think about yourself as a lazy
Hmm.
person, but I have like the proof that you are 100% not. It's totally the opposite.
Hmm.
You do too much, I think.
Yeah, and I cling on to who I used to be, like if somebody asked me right now, I'd say, yeah, I'm lazy. If someone asked
Yeah,
me
but
right
you're
now if I'm
not.
stupid, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a pretty stupid guy, but I'm not. You're right, I'm not. I used to
And the
be,
thing is,
but I
yeah,
need to come to terms with that and just to let it be and say I am who I am. I was who I was. They're two different things, but at the same time they're the same thing. I am that idiot. I am that lazy asshole, but now I'm not. I'm changing. I'm becoming better. I'm growing up,
it's
you
not
know.
even you're not. It's like you can be sometime
Exactly.
if you want to. Like, don't reject everything from you.
Mhm.
Just accept that there is time for everything. And when you tell me that you take care of your wife, you take care of the house, you take care of
Mhm.
your job, you take care of this psychic, uh, that's fucking huge, man. You are the totally opposite of a lazy person,
Mhm.
and this is a proof. That's 100% a proof that you are not lazy. Because if you were really lazy, you neglect your job, you're gonna neglect your wife, you know, neglect the
Yeah.
house, and see, that's ain't true at all. And
Mhm.
it's because you are so focused on your the only day you take a day off.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
and I think you have to realize that you are not lazy because
Mhm.
we have some proof that you are not a lazy in the person.
Yeah.
And even if you are lazy sometimes, it's totally fine because you can be. You are putting so much effort on just keeping your life together.
Mhm.
That's normal.
Yeah.
I can totally feel you if you are so overwhelmed that on Tuesday you didn't trade, or I don't know what day it was, but
Yeah. Yeah, and that's fine. And
yeah,
at the
that's
time I
totally
didn't
fine.
think that. At the time I was really pissed off about it, but it makes sense. Like just
You don't need to be you are not a robot, man. You are a
mhm.
man with a feeling. You can you can be very tired sometimes, and you're taking care of a lot of things.
Yeah.
So but I can say that you are 100% not lazy. Even if you were in the past, like who cares now?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a good way to think about it. And I've never thought about it that way. I've always
Yeah,
clung on to that
yep.
identity. It's like when you build good habits, you're supposed to imagine yourself as that person. But it's the same thing with bad habits. I always imagine myself as being lazy. Like I always imagine myself as being stupid. I always imagine myself as all these things when it's not true.
Yeah.
You know?
I think one exercise that could really help you is actually uh, visualize yourself uh, as it is. I mean, yeah, what I'm trying to do is try to visualize myself
Hey, what do you
uh,
guys think happened?
What's up,
on
man?
what. So
I feel like we rushed it. I think it was both of our fault.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into too much
let's
review
wait.
yet. We're Me and Yuki were talking about coaching and kind of like um, my all-encompassing contentment issue and things that I can do, like easily implemented things that I can do to start fixing that. Um,
All right.
as far as the session goes, I still got to do my review. I think it was a little rushed, but I'm also okay with that. I think some sessions you come in and it's just it's gonna be that way.
Yeah, I sat there after you left and for a second and I couldn't fucking read it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there were definitely moments of clarity there, but there were also moments of confusion.
Alright, well I gotta go. I just wanna let you know that's what I think happened.
Yeah, yeah, I'll probably come to that same conclusion when I do my review later.
Thanks to you.
See ya.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Yuki?
Um, yeah, it was about your changing your belief almost, and oh yeah, visualizing yourself
Yeah.
as the person you are right now. Almost, you don't need to visualize yourself as a perfect person because
Mhm.
you seem pretty fine right now.
Yeah.
You just to change the way you see yourself, I think.
Yeah,
To
because
be honest.
I think the human consciousness does a really good job of being third person and like thinking about myself as if I wasn't myself. But it might be a good idea to just sit down and visualize who I am and the things I do each day and like where I am in life. You
I
know.
mean, like the way you describe your routines, I mean, your day-to-day basis is pretty huge. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the way that you are seeing yourself as a lazy, that's crazy because that you are really not, and you
Mhm.
just need to realize it and see it from what it is because you are not. You're
Yeah.
clearly not.
Yeah, it's a bias. I need to get rid of that bias.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
bias that I'm lazy, you know.
It's a fucking down move when you want to buy it.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Gotta break that
So
bias.
and we have some proof that your belief is not true about yourself. And the thing with
Yeah.
the belief is that we can change it, and you can build it for you,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
For example, I always like I said, like I always believe that since I wasn't consistent, I can't bring value to people.
Hmm.
But it's not true, right? And I
Yeah.
didn't realize that I have proof to actually confirm that. But when I realized that I have proof that I can bring people value to people, that's what's making me so confident about myself and what's
Hmm.
changing my whole personality.
Yeah.
Because now I feel legit and I feel like I can bring value to people and I believe that I can bring value to people. So like I said, it's not something I force. It's not something I desperately want to. It's
Hmm.
just part of myself, right?
Yeah.
And it's very natural. So if you are accepting yourself as like you make peace with yourself and you believe that you can be lazy, but at the same time you can be very productive,
Hmm.
that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. They can both exist.
Yeah, it's just like uh, there is a time for each person, and you just need to find balance for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to.
No, you're
Yeah, it's
making some
very
good
deep.
points, man.
It's very deep issues,
Yeah.
and I think I don't have the good enough vocabulary to actually say the thing I'm thinking about. But
No,
that was
I don't
the
think you
idea.
need I don't think you need a great vocabulary to get the point across. I think the point is just belief and having restructuring that belief system, because it's it's the same way you build good habits. You know, you need to be you, not only do you need to imagine yourself as that person, but you also need to be okay with who you are now.
Yeah,
You know, it
and
works both ways.
I want to share something with you about belief.
Hmm.
Hold on. I need to rename it. Miller. Ah, we are starting to have some profile on him. uh, yeah, I was writing thing about you, but whatever. It was
That's.
really coaching. All right. So that's what the thing I did with Lucas and Matt.
Hmm.
and another guy. And then my main idea was if a beginner trader thinks that the market is you find a system, you find a setup, you find the combinations of every element, and when everything align, you make money, right?
Yeah.
That's what a beginner think.
Yeah.
And if he trusts that, he gonna seek and find systems. And if his system is failing, he's gonna consider it as a failure, right?
Yeah.
And he can go on and on for years. He might find a system that works in special market context, but when regime shift, it might not work anymore, and he's gonna see it as a failure at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So failure have a huge is related to your belief.
Yeah.
See if the trader doesn't find his setup or his combination doesn't work and he's not making money, he's gonna see it as a failure.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, now that we understand the market thanks to Fat Cats, for us, it's like edge on the market is like another language, another yeah, how do you say language? Yeah, it's another language. It's just like you need to understand what the fuck they are talking about, right?
Yeah.
And Fat Cats bring us the skills to actually know what they are talking about, but there is so many skills that complement that.
Yeah.
And if you see the market, if you believe the market is a foreign language, you're gonna learn the language, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna try to find a setup or combo or anything.
Yeah.
And if you are starting to understand the language, that's considered as a win. And if you don't understand it, it's the failure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So see how the failure doesn't mean the same thing here and here.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, failure for us, especially since everything is a skill on trading,
Mm-hmm.
failure is actually the fact that we don't even try or we don't do the reps, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you try to get better at thing, it's a win.
Mm-hmm.
There is not like you make PNL or you don't make PNL. You have a green day or you have your bad day. It's either have you work on your skill or have you not work on your skill.
Yeah.
So you can have a pretty good sessions on the PNL terms and trade like shit, and you can have the red day, but you trade very well.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
And if you're like, it all comes from the belief.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, if you believe that not working on your trading is a failure, it's mainly because you are too harsh on yourself, and you can consider it as like you said, it was a fucking win what you did last week because you didn't trade a session where you didn't feel good about.
Yeah.
And that's the skill itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a skill to recognize when we are able to trade or we are not able to trade, right?
Yeah.
For example, Miller, these sessions kinda rushed his sessions because he wasn't planned. He didn't plan to trade today,
Mm-hmm.
but one of his lessons got cancelled, and he could have time to trade. But he rushed into the sessions because he was very excited to have the ability to trade, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good idea at the beginning because like he made some mistake. He didn't configure his bracket before entering the trade. Some stuff like that, and that's bad. And it's a skill to recognize when you can trade and when you cannot trade, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's happened a lot for you because since you are so much overwhelmed with your day-to-day life, you feel always obligated to work on your trading sessions,
Yeah.
even if you feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's almost like an obsession. It's like
Yeah.
always every free moment that I have to work on trading, but I don't have to work on trading. You know.
I mean, it's better to have like a little time, but very productive time, and you feel good about it because you're gonna learn more
Yeah.
about it than just some sketchy sessions where you are not really focused or you're not putting as much effort as you should
Mhm.
because you can't, because you just feel bad about it. So, like, you can be sitting on a lesson and not paying attention because you're tired or something, or you can just listen to something on repeat and pay super hyper attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
skill itself. So when you choose to not trade because you feel bad, congrats, man. You're just
Yeah.
upgrading your skill.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because like since I'm full time, I don't have these issues.
Mhm.
But at one day or another, when I will have to have a job on July, for example,
Mm.
maybe not if Fatcats say otherwise. Uh, who knows? But if I have to work on before my trading sessions, for example, it's gonna be a skill to develop because at some day I will be too tired to do anything,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna drunk trade basically.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what's happened to you because you are, like you said, you're very overwhelmed with everything, and you
Mhm.
feel obligated to work. Otherwise, you will consider yourself as a failure, and like it's a death spiral at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And I need to change that mindset before it spirals further.
And I'm gonna say more than that. If you want to make it,
Mhm.
I think you need it to.
Yeah.
It's very funny because if you want to make it as a trader, you need to be happier in your life.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, dude. And it's tough because
And that's why I said like your edge is yourself.
yeah. Yeah.
That,
Exactly.
that that's fucking crazy.
So I think the thing
Uh,
if I could take one thing away from this conversation, it would just be to stop stop worshiping trading and focus on myself first.
yeah,
Because
because
I think for even before this coaching, I was I was so obsessed with trading. Um, and there were even months where I was waking up at like 5-6 a.m. every morning to start trading.
yeah,
It is too much. You're doing too much at that point, you know.
yeah,
And if
and
if if I was doing this full time, if I didn't have a job, and I could sit here for 6-7 hours, I would, and that's fine. But I can't. No human can go to work for 10 hours and then come home and do another 7 hours of trading.
exactly.
It's unrealistic.
And see, man, that's the thing. I think that's the thing that's hold you back,
Yeah, me too.
really. I really do think that if you were if you were feeling good every day and you feel peace with yourself every day, I think you're just gonna skyrocket, to be honest. Because like you have the skills, man. You have the ability to trade. Like Fatcast says that over and over. You have the ability to trade, but at some point you get in your head and you fuck it up.
Yeah,
And we know why. I think we know why.
I think we know why too. Yeah. Um,
And yeah.
oh, fuck, and I hate to give you more work to do. I really do. Um,
Yeah.
if we could make a habit of every time you and me have a conversation like this, if you could write just a brief synopsis for me, just like a brief summary of the conversation. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just like some of the points we touched on. And
Yeah,
send it to me.
I'm gonna send you like some sort of a focus point,
Yeah, just
like
not some
almost
of the
like a
stuff we
task.
talked about today. Yeah, because Because the way my brain works, man, is it's so short-term memory. And I have to go start making dinner and stuff soon. By the time I'm done doing all that, I'm gonna forget most of what we talked about. Um,
Yeah.
with the exception
Yeah.
of
Okay.
like the pre-market preparation that you gave me. Like I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning. Um, I'm obviously going to.
And that's fine. I think I thought that it was the issues, the
Mhm.
performance anxiety, and it was some sort, but the deeper level was another thing. And
Exactly.
if we can fix the deeper level, it's gonna take care from itself. So the things that I really want you to focus on, it's make peace with yourself,
Yeah.
accepting your past, accepting what you are now, and like everybody can exist.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay
That's
to be lazy sometimes. You know.
you're not lazy, trust
No.
me. You are not. You're just a dude who would need some rest sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. And that makes so much more sense than just pushing myself over and over again. You know.
Yeah, that's really bad because the way you treat yourself is the way that is gonna reflect.
Yeah. Yeah. Big time.
There is like so much stuff I want to go over, but it's fine. We can go it over next time because it's about the what do you say, the tags.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to see that's the tag from today. That's my progressions here. The more I have, it's not about the PNL or the way they move. It's more about how much do I have from each one of them. So I have like one bad management, one confused trade, and one by psych.
Okay.
But in the other hand, I have like very good psych, very good everything, and that's a win for me. See, that's
Sure.
my failure would be the opposite. So I have like so much bad psych, bad management, and bad thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just focusing on how much do I have from management, or how much I have like 14 good management trade, 14 good psych trade, and 13 clarity trade,
Mhm.
and that's a win. It's not about how the curve is. It's about how much did I improve today.
Yeah. I just
That's
screenshotted
it.
that. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna do it with you if you want to.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Tomorrow morning.
Hey. Don't feel yourself. Like the first thing you need to focus on is yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? If you have time to do it, it's fine. But if you don't have time, just like it's okay. You need to work on yourself a little bit,
Yeah.
and you can trade when you feel good.
How about tomorrow morning before the session? Do you want to do some review with me, and we'll review
Yeah,
the session?
yeah,
with
sure.
you? All right.
Yeah, sure. No worries. And like I said, I know that your schedule is all over the place and everything changed, but you just can hit me up every time you feel like, and I'm gonna be there if I can.
Okay.
And just do it as you feel like. I just want you to be responsible for your own success, so
Yeah.
you need to reach out for help if you need to.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that plan, man.
Just do what you feel like doing. If you feel like all right, I'm feeling good. I want to put in some work here. Call me. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna trade with you. I'm gonna monitoring you. I'm gonna help you. And yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's gonna be powerful, man, and I'm gonna take advantage of it. I fucking promise.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
want
need
to
that.
because like if you want to make this payout, if you want your 10K or if you want to succeed
Yeah.
as a trader, you need to do that stuff.
Well, and I want Fat Cat to pay you a fucking salary. In order for that to happen, I gotta start producing some results. So I'm gonna make that
Yeah.
$10,000. I'm gonna say, hey, Fat Cat, guess what? Yuki helped me make this $10,000.
And I was like when I have the call, almost like an interview call with him.
Yeah.
He asked me like, "Why are you doing this? Like, why do you want to do this?"
That's funny.
And I was like, "Hey man, I can work for you for free, basically, because I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful of what he did to me.
Mm.
Like he make me happier and on the day-to-day life, and he make me progress as a trader.
Yeah.
Like I say to him like I can work for you for free and I can help guys for free because it's part of me. Like I like it. I like the feeling of when people making progress. It's so freaking good.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's what I told him too. I was like 50% profit split is generous. Like I'd be willing to settle for like 30, dude. At the for how much value I've gotten out of this, 50 is generous.
yeah, but 50 is it's fine though.
Yeah, I'm
50
not.
it's
Don't tell him. Don't tell him I said that.
I will. I don't
Fuck.
know. I'm
That's
kidding.
funny.
And see, we can like relax, joking
Yeah.
around. That's a good mood on the. I really want to cultivate this good mood and this team that if you want to help Miller and you can watch
Mhm.
what Miller do, and Miller can inspire you or you inspire Miller, and we need to create this team spirit because I
Yeah.
feel like everyone is set apart.
Yeah,
That
and
we
it's a little because it is a very relaxed environment, but there's also pressure. Fat Cat is putting pressure on us, and
yeah.
as much as I consider him my friend at this point, he is also my boss.
Oh yeah. I mean, how much the mistake you can make again? Three?
Three more mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
If you're kicking out, you're gonna fail, and that's the only failure, right?
yeah,
That's the only failure that exists. Everything else is not failure, right?
exactly. Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm glad it's you, dude, because it is hard for me to approach people and to open up and stuff. But you and me, I feel like you and me have already been such good friends.
Yeah.
It's just automatic.
I
It's
got
gonna come naturally.
like even when I met you for the first time, I was like, all right, this dude, I want him to.
Yeah, me too. Me
I
too.
was like, we can do something with him.
That's
That's good.
awesome, dude.
Having some good time with him. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I feel the same way, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow morning, I'll hit you up, but I won't be too harsh on myself about it. I'll get to you when I
Yeah,
get to you.
just yeah, exactly. You need to make peace with yourself and do things accordingly with your energy level, happiness level.
Yeah,
Yeah, listen to yourself, and when you feel good, call me.
good, good. I will, dude.
All right?
And I recorded all this shit. I'm gonna listen to it over again because I'm gonna forget most of it. And tomorrow morning we'll start implementing.
I feel always spy when you say that. I'm gonna say crazy shit, and you like, yeah, I just recorded.
Yeah, yeah.
Click it.
That's what my wife does all the time. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna forget about it anyways. It's fine." All right,
All
dude.
right, that's good.
I'll catch you tomorrow morning, man.
Yeah, relax your night,
Oh
and
yeah, dude. I even already, I just feel so much better about it. Like
yeah.
I'm gonna go relax for a little bit, and I'm not gonna feel like shit about it.
I mean, you are the elite performer, so you need to treat you well, right?
Yeah,
You are the edge, so you need to treat you correctly.
yeah,
That's very important.
yeah. And I've never thought about it that way until now, and I already feel better, man. So this shit's
That's nice.
working.
I hope so, man. I just want to make you happier, basically.
It's working. It's working. Trust me. Trust
Yeah,
me.
it is. All this call was, hey, can I help you to make me to be happier?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it worked. So
All
you're
right,
doing
so
you're doing
that's
your
a win.
job, buddy.
That's a win. All right. See you, man.
I'll catch you tomorrow. See ya.
Yeah.